next year, next calendar year, I thought only appropriate to pull a card from my Angel Deck Tarot. I did consciously give energy to get a message for all who are joining us this evening. It may or may not apply to you, and that's okay. Of course, we haven't gotten to that year yet, so maybe we'll watch this back next year and we'll see. We'll see how Triple did. Hello, welcome in everybody. Thank you to the 193 viewers in the chat so far. We have a wonderful show lined up for you tonight. Thank you for joining the Living and Loving Show. I'm your host, Triple L, top badge on Plenty of Fish and a part of the Meet Group. Okay, so the card that I pulled for 2024 is Awakening. My kids can vouch. I shuffled this deck over and over. I even dropped a few on the floor, reshuffled, and this is the card as I put energy around our collective energy as a world and for our stream tonight. What do we need to know as we approach 2024? So the card is Awakening, which is a major arcana card. These are the Angel Deck Tarot, and this is the Archangel Gabriel. So if you do know about angels or archangels, Gabriel is the messenger angel. And the card says, and let me get my readers. Y'all know, don't make fun of me too much, okay? All right, welcome in everybody. Thanks for being here. You're right on time. We're just pulling our card for 2024 as we move into a new year. Look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. So if you notice in this card, as it says Awakening, which to me feels very appropriate as we are moving forward in a very volatile time with war and peace and earthly matters, technology, sharing a lot of information that we weren't privy to before. A lot of things being revealed here in 2023. And as we move into 2024, I think we're going to even find out more. So in this picture, Gabriel is actually upside down. So it's asking us to look at things in a new perspective, get new information, and study a little more, okay? Look a little deeper, because sometimes people are trying to pull the wool over your eyes, all right? We won't say government, but what? Oh, okay. All right. Now, we're going to do three other things, and then I will get into my guest interviews. Please welcome them in with open arms, positive vibes. We're the Good Vibe Tribe on Plenty of Fish. So they will be coming up next. They're going to share some of their journey in streaming, in life, in love, and maybe some other things. So stay tuned, get comfortable, get a snack, grab a drink, and enjoy the show. Thank you so much for joining. Okay. I think I'm going to save this whole thing towards the end, but I am going to read what this card might also mean to some of you. Okay, this card, as we look at it, and you're welcome to screenshot it if you'd like, it could be epiphanies in 2024. It could be selflessness. It could be unexplained life changes. It could be the need for patience and the power that lies in being yourself. And then the last one, and unusual solutions. So as we move into 2024, and I have it upside down, look at things a little different. Okay, this is actually, I think, the Hangman in traditional tarot, if you're into that. If you're not, it's cool. But anyway, look at something a little different in 2024, okay? And go for that awakening in your energy, in your soul, in your friend tribe, your family. You know, look for something a little different in 2024, and we'll look back at this next year and see if I was right on or not. Okay, now that is because we're approaching New Year's Eve. It is New Year's Eve for many of us here that follow the calendar. Okay, I'm gonna zoom through these. So every week we do three things. We do a healthy living tip, we do a loving affirmation, and we do a few jokes. I might save the jokes till the end, but I got my silly hat on, so I hope I'm making you smile, even if it's just laughing at me and my silly readers. All right. Our healthy living tip of this week comes from another deck that I use. It's an Oracle Life Changes. If you know me, I believe in the blue butterflies. I believe in all butterflies, but that is my emojis, the 3. Thank you. Thank you, Donnie. Thank you for the gifts, everybody. Welcome in 305 viewers on a Saturday night. We love it. Okay, this card, as we move through our next week, you, and this is one of my faves, it's in my kitchen. Hello. You are stronger than you know. You are stronger than you know. Look at this amazing winged creature. Came from a caterpillar. Lucky enough to make it through chrysalis stage, right? To find a place, to go into darkness, to recenter, refocus, and actually grow wings. You are stronger than you know. You are stronger than you think you are. Whatever you've been through, you're here now. You made it. You have an inner strength within you that you've never tapped into yet. Just like a tree that drinks water from the roots. You have an inner well that is overflowing with strength and courage and good energy to sustain you. It is endless. It is love. That is what I call it, agape. But you are stronger than you think. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Okay, our next thing that we do every week is we share a loving affirmation. Feel free to screenshot this. Feel free to type it in the chat. Feel free to just meditate on it later. Or, just swipe left or right and you'll find another stream if you don't like this one. But I hope you do, and I'm happy you're here. Love speaks to me all through the day. Your loving affirmation is love speaks to me all through the day. Love is the only thing real in life. I truly believe that. When you don't know what to do, focus on love. Love is an infinite intelligence that will always help you if you let it in. So when you're not sure what to do, take a deep, deep breath and focus on love. Focus on loving you. And then look at your situation one more time. Okay? Because you might be surprised when you take a moment to just breathe and love yourself. You'll find that solution and that answer that you're looking for a little easier with less stress. Don't want to pass out. Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday night. It's the Living and Loving Show. We be vibing. We're the Good Vibe Tribe. Welcome in. We almost have my guests coming up. I'm going to ask my first guest when he's ready to request the box. We have Savage Cook and we have Diet Coke, and they are both friends of mine in the Stream Dream and even off stream. And I'm grateful for both of them for being here tonight. Hi, everybody. Hi, King Goober. Hi, everybody. Oh, wait, it's Queen. Wait. It is. It's my Vampy. Hi, Vampy. Hi, Beth. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Thank you for the gifts. We're approaching that 30 milli. Let's go. All right. We did our collective card for 2024. If you missed it, we'll watch this on YouTube or I'll recap at the end. We have our loving affirmation. We have our healthy living tip. We're going to save the jokes for a bit. I did get my amazing helper, my oldest son, to write out some New Year's jokes. All right? All right, we'll do one. We'll do one. What is Corn's favorite holiday? What is Corn's favorite holiday? New Year's Eve. New Year's, ears of corn, Eve. Waka, waka, waka. All right. Oh, here we go. I love corn. My family loves corn. Okay, anyway. It's a very important plant, minus the high fructose corn syrup. Okay, all right, here we go. Without further ado, this guest that we are having with us tonight, my first guest, his name is Savage Cook. He is actually a cook. He is also a father. He is also a widower. He's also an amazing human, very dynamic. He's an artist, and he just spreads a lot of joy and fun in my live streams when he joins in. So thank you for being here, Savage Cook. And let's get started with our interview segment.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Happy New Year's Eve, Eve.
Happy New Year's to everyone and all. What's going on?
Um, Thank you for being here. You look great. I like the shirt.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Um,
Appreciate it.
so let's just talk. So I know, it might be a little, I think you're good with this. You're a people
All right.
person.
I
But
try.
if you feel like if I ask something that's too prying or uncomfortable, just we'll skip right over it. Um, and share whatever you do want to share. And let's
Okay.
talk about first we'll start in the stream dream and then we'll move into the love talk and see how it goes. How does that
Definitely.
sound?
That's perfect.
Awesome. So tell us your journey and how you found the apps and how you got started.
So I guess to start it off, everything correlated itself at the time where, um, so I'm a widower. I'm Savage Cook. I'm a widower. I've been streaming or in streams for almost 3 years, and I guess it started when I guess a few months after my late wife passed away. Uh, I was in a dark place, and I was in a very lonely place, and I thought, well, let me check it out. Let me go back to see what's going on. And at the time, I thought that like streams, like stream apps like Meet Me and Tagged and all kinds of stuff, they were still dating sites. So I didn't know what to expect. So when I first went in there, I was like, oh, okay. And I didn't do much of anything but like listen. I listen to people. I listen to streams. I listen, I always follow a rule. I am smart for I am not, which means I am smart because I learn, I listen from other people who know things and just, been doing it ever since, been going to streams. I sometimes stream. When I stream, I'm usually drawing or cooking. So, yeah.
I love it. And you're into art too, right? That's one of your
Yes.
passions,
Yes.
creative
Yes.
outlet.
Hmm.
Um, so a lot of people come to these social networking apps when they're going through a breakup or a loss, or it's not always looking for romantic love, but sometimes, a lot of times it is, but it's also sometimes just companionship, friendship, connections, live connections with others. What keeps you going back? I mean, once you got in and you kind of saw how things worked, what's your favorite part about being a part of the Stream Dream?
Okay, so in the beginning, I had this fear of being lonely, and I needed an outlet to pick up the time because it felt like going to work and then coming home and then not doing much of anything was whatever. It wasn't good. So that was in the beginning, and then as I grew, as I found more of myself, I started to learn that I come back just for the friendships with the people I've met, the love that each and every one of you know the streamers here that I go in and chill with or kick it with. They're great, and I enjoy just going there. I enjoy going to shows and streams and stuff that makes me happy, and it truly does.
Yeah, agreed. Um, and it does. It's amazing what a stream can do when I'll speak for myself because that's how I like to operate. I statements, right? The
Mhm.
I statements. But, when I might be in a frustrated mood or maybe a sad mood or a down mood or just kind of looking for a little energy from something different than my own everyday everything pressures, I love
Yeah.
coming into a great stream with great energy and I go into streams for different reasons, like laughter or, you know, some are great battle chatters. I get to see a lot of different people that they battle, so I learn about other streamers, and it's just it's a nice break from the harder things of life.
Yeah.
So anyway, I totally relate to that,
Yeah.
very much so. So now you mentioned, you lost your wife, and that was part of and that you were in a hard place when
Yeah.
you reached out. And I'm glad you did. I'm glad you looked at ways to pull yourself forward in a very hard time. To lose a spouse, a loved one at any age is very challenging. Um,
Yeah.
would you share with us a little bit about your love life with your wife and the amazing life you built prior to having lost her?
So I'm a widower. I was married to her for 13 years. We, it was, it was very, it was nice. It was a very nice relationship. It had its ups and downs. We learned a lot from each other, you know. She passed away from heart failure, so it was kind of hard, you know. Uh, I guess I was more of a working man back then prior to her death, and I was still into my art. I was cooking a lot more. I was also, she was helping me with my kids, and I was also helping her with her kids, and vice versa, and all that stuff. And, we were like in a well oiled machine. So it was, it's,
19 years is a long time to
yeah,
grow and change and learn and create a family with someone. And again, I know we've talked about this before, but tonight we go with the experience that I've never heard any of this so that everyone can get the full energy behind your story and what brought you to the networking of live streaming. Um,
yeah.
so I'm sorry for your loss. And I love you and I love her and I love your children. And to be able to move forward after that and to be healthy and in a happier place is a huge achievement. When you're looking at the year to come, here we are coming up on a new year, the 2024.
Mhm.
So an 8 year, that's a completion year of numerology. When you add all the numbers together, y'all. So um, something that you're looking forward to in 2024, something that whether it's personal or whether it's in love or in career or art.
So basically, I'm gonna go back to where you pulled your card, where it said awakening. Basically, 2024 will be the year of my awakening. Um, that 2024 is gonna be my coming out party, and financially, I feel like my art is gonna lead me to an abundance of not only financial joy, but spiritual and, emotional and mental joy. Um, I truly believe that. I just gotta know where to go and how to do it, and hopefully everything goes well. I pray and I'm hopeful, and I have faith that it will. As far as my love life, I have, I guess you can say I have a little bit of some boundaries, like to, uh, you know, not really to separate myself from other people, but to protect myself from sometimes them or myself.
Mm.
And I just take things with a grain of salt. I go usually a day. I always think a day at a time. I don't like thinking ahead because I always believe that if you think ahead, the house that you build will fall down like a house of cards. So I believe structure, everything day after, day at a time. And I'm still, I am, I am looking, but I'm not, like, how do I say, I'm not pushing it for the first time ever. I'm actually letting it come to me. I'm not doing the effort part about it, because I've learned that it's not a good thing to chase all the time. So I let it come to me, and then when the time comes, if that special woman comes, yeah, then I'll act on
I love that.
it.
Um,
Yeah,
I heard you say, and I love the way you phrased it. I think it's very important the way we word our goals and our the way we talk to ourselves, the words that we use, the language we use is important in manifesting and creating the future we want. And
yeah,
the way you said, it's going to be my year of awakening. You owned it in your language, the way you said it. It's like it's already here. It's already happened. The art
yeah,
will bring me financial success. The art's going to bring me more joy and fulfillment. I really admire the way you said that and spoke that into creation, into this 3D 40, 5D, 60, 70 world in which we live. Everybody who
yes.
just joining us, thank you,
Thank
Donnie,
you.
Savage Donnie, for loving on Savage Cook. This is my first guest, Savage Cook. Please tap in to his social media. Please follow him here. He does stream. He definitely joins streams and brings a lot of great energy and wisdom, as you can hear tonight. Thank you again for being here. So, before you go,
Okay.
um, and I love your approach to love. That letting go and letting, well, God or letting universe bring you what you are vibrating for. You're increasing your energy, you're looking at career, you're doing life, but then you're vibrating at a higher frequency when we're lifting our energy up, right? So you are letting go of that fear of, and I know I'm not saying that you said this, but many do say, like, I have to have this, or I need this, or what you mentioned, the chase of the love or the next person or the friendship or the love ship. But to just let go and let it come to you is a very healthy process. Not easy to do. We're not really taught
Yeah,
that. That's something we kind of have to grow into, I think.
yeah,
So,
definitely.
um, when do you stream? And will
Okay.
you be around tonight in my stream or others to kind of vibe out so people can get to know you more?
All right. So when I do random streams, mostly I don't have a set schedule, but if I do stream, it'll be mostly in the nighttime while I'm drawing. Um, I will be in your stream, vibing with y'all, and I'll be. I also go to Uma B's
Yeah.
stream. I'm part of the Lotus Lounge family, so you'll see me there. So if y'all like, go, you can go over there. But yeah, if anything, just catch me when you can. I'll be here. I'll be vibing.
I love
Uh,
it.
yeah,
I love it. I love
and
it. Anything else you want to share with us? We have about, I don't know, I can't, is it 653 viewers approximately that have joined? Anything else you'd like to leave us with in this part of the show? And we'll do after show, of course, too. But
know yourself. Yourself comes first. You just gotta know who you are, love yourself, love, whether you love God or a higher being or spirit, your spirituality is important, because that is key to me. As long as you do that, everything else will fall into place. And always do your part in what you want to do. Always do your part. And if you can do that, and you can achieve anything, in anything, in love and relationships, and career, do your part and let everything else fall into place.
know yourself first, have faith. I
Mhm.
heard that loud and clear. And then, um, and put in the action steps, put in the work, right? I mean, while life is phenomenal and will definitely meet us where we are, we definitely also have to co-create with the universe, right? I mean, it's action steps.
Yeah,
even if they're small, in the right direction, or sometimes just in a holding pattern. Let's be honest, it's Mercury retrograde. Top
Of
Badge Uma in the
course.
building. We were just speaking of the amazing Lotus Lounge and the amazing Top Badge Uma
Mhm.
B. Thank you all for all the
Yes,
gifts. Thank you, Savage, for your interview. And please, if you can, vibe with us for a bit, and we'll do the after show, and we'll enjoy each other before
absolutely,
and
absolutely. So
this
yeah,
year. I can't believe we're already at the end of 2023. Wow.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much.
No worries. Thank you for having me here. God bless. Like I said, I'll be in Uma's stream. Most of the time I'll be in your stream. I'll be if I'm streaming in my own stream, just catch me and I'll be here. So
Thank you. You're
thank
amazing.
you.
I'll let you exit the guest box because I'm so good at just doing the full exit of the whole stream.
Later, everyone.
Thank you, Savage. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Saturday night. It's almost 7:40 on the East Coast. I don't know about you, but time has been going a little faster lately for me. In many ways, it's slow in some areas, but in other areas, it's like just flying by. So tell me if I'm alone on that in the chat, and then that's okay. If it's just me, it's just me. Um, that was our first guest of the night, Savage Cook. We also have, it's kind of cute. Their names are both around like cooking, food, beverages. So we had Savage Cook, and now we have amazing Diet Coke coming up next. She is a friend of mine here on the Stream Dream. She's also a soul sister of mine and a dear person that I look forward to having some. We're going to do some girls' trips, and I'm going to put plural on it in 2024. I'm way overdue for some vacay time, and the way things are looking at this point, I'm going to have a little more free time. So, for that. So, I'm excited as we move forward to hopefully get a little more time with my lady friends and maybe other types of friends, and enjoy some just happy moments with this queen, Diet Coke. Please spam the Diet Coke emojis if you can. Please favorite her, add her social medias. She is an educator, she's a mother. She's also survived heartbreak, and she's here tonight to share her journey in life and in love on the Living and Loving show. Thank you so much for being here, Diet Coke.
Friend.
Hi.
How are
happy,
you?
happy New Year's Eve Eve.
Happy New Year's Eve Eve. Absolutely. I love the way you spoke that over 2024, that we're going to do some traveling. That is an absolute priority.
I need it, and it's time. And we've been talking about it, and it's here. It's gonna happen now because I got some things in the work, and I'm just gonna build it in my schedule, right? If you
Yeah.
build it in ahead of time, you got to do it more likely, right? So
Yeah, that's just what we have to do. We have to plan these things.
I love it. So you look gorgeous, y'all. This is Diet Coke,
I can't.
and you always look amazing. And she has the voice of an angel. And we might get, I'm hoping, I always have my fingers, she knows, anytime I can, I try to get a little bit of her amazing voice in our Stream Dream. I do have a recording of the other night, our Christmas Eve and Christmas stuff we were doing. And so I'll send that to you, and we'll get that on Instagram too if you want.
Oh, thank you.
It was awesome. Okay, so let me stop fangirling, but also I love you. So let's talk about life and love. And just like I mentioned with Savage Cook before, we started. If I ask anything too prying or you don't want to talk about it, we just skip right over it, because that's most important, is that you're comfortable with what we talk about tonight. So tell us about your stream journey. How did you become, a person using social media apps?
So I think, like so many of us, I started going into streams during COVID, when we were all so separated from one another. And also, probably like most people, I started just watching them. And then eventually was like, okay, maybe I could do this. I was very involved with the music scene and did a lot of shows and open mic nights for a pretty long time. I was able to work from home during the 2021 school year, which is something I never thought would have ever happened. But we sure did. Had to learn how to do that really quickly. So that gave me a lot of time to put into streaming or joining other people's streams. And so there's an Amber alert coming in.
I got that too. Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
Okay.
Didn't know if you could hear it or not.
One again.
Oh, goodness gracious.
That's two. I hope it's not like a hurricane or something. Okay, sorry.
No, it was a missing kiddo, unfortunately.
Okay.
So it afforded me a lot of time to be able to do that during that year, being home. But then the following year, when I had to go back in person, everything just kind of came to a screeching halt for me. I remember I had entered. I was on The Idol one season, and I told them, I was like, guys, I'm so sorry, I'm not even going to be able to finish this season because things were just so different, trying to adjust getting back into the world in general, and especially with, working full days again. So now I mostly go into other people's streams. It's pretty rare that I would stream, but I really enjoy hanging out with people like you and some of my other friends that I've made here on the app.
Agreed. I love that too. And thank you for whenever you pop in, you always bring a lot of joy in the chat, in the box, and just vibing with us. And I'm grateful for your friendship, like I said, on and off the app. And I know, like you said, many of us joined when the COVID lockdowns took place. We're looking for a way to survive with others and not just a lot of us working at home, homeschooling at home, living at home, just so much, and then not being able to work out, just so many things, right, all of a sudden. And so it was great to have places to go and to network and have fun and to be able to share your gift of vocals. What a gift it is. Now, do we want to talk love yet, or do we want to stick with streams? Let's talk love.
Whatever you want to do.
Let's do love. It's my fave. And we have a lot of similarities in our journey. So that's why, again, we're very soul connected. So share what you do want to share, but talk to us a little bit about the love, the good before, and then maybe what you want to share about where you are now and how did you heal? Because I think that's one of my favorite things to talk about too, is when we go through a heartbreak, what do we do to overcome it? How did we get through it, the harder times?
Yeah. So I've been divorced for over 6 years. Over 6 years. It was never really a good marriage, but we were married for 11 years and we had 2 amazing kids. There was a lot that went into that. That could be a whole podcast as far as why we got divorced, the process. It could be a series of podcasts. In fact, I'm really encouraged to write a book because, anybody who knows me personally knows that I'm a fairly straight-laced person. My family is my priority. Our little family of 4 looked like the perfect little family when, underneath it wasn't. So it was shocking to, not so much to my family, but to friends and coworkers when all of this happened the way that it happened. So when we divorced, I said, I have no interest in dating anyone. If God has someone for me, he can walk him right to my front door. And, my friends would say, when you start dating again, and I would be like, no, this is not happening. But about about a year and a half in, after I had had my time to heal, and to answer that question, what did I do to heal? I had to get to know myself again. I had to spend some time figuring out who I was. I did some therapy. Um, I'm definitely not ashamed to admit that, and highly recommend it to anybody who's going through a difficult time, because having someone who is a neutral party listen to you and help you reflect on how you're doing and what kind of changes you need to make in your life, it's invaluable in my opinion. So that was a big part of it. But spending time with myself, spending time with friends, really deciding who am I? Like, I'm not this perfect person, and I don't have to uphold this persona of being perfect. And some of that I think goes along with being a teacher, because that if you are not seen in a good light, it can damage your career or damage your credibility with parents and coworkers. So I had to figure out the balance there. How do I have the professional side and then be myself as well? So that was really important. I also had to look at why I had such low self-esteem. Where was that coming from? Because I truly, in my marriage, I truly settled. I did not believe that I could find anyone, or that I didn't deserve anyone better. And that's absolutely not true. We all deserve the best. We all deserve to be treated in the right way. And that's just, it's something that so many of us struggle with. I think so many of us have, like I did, abandonment issues, just worried, all of the time that I'm not good enough and someone is not going to want to stay with me. But, through a lot of thought, a lot of reflection, and a lot of support from friends saying, you're a great person, you are intelligent, you're pretty, you are, a fantastic mother, you're creative, and actually receiving that instead of just saying, no, I'm not, no, I'm not, no, I'm not. And am I ever going to be, the perfect person? Am I ever going to be as thin as a model? No, I'm not going to be those things. I'm perfectly wonderful just as I am. And I don't say any of those things to try and heighten myself. I say those things so that anybody out there who is feeling like that right now, just know you're enough just the way you are right now, and that it is okay. So there's not a whole lot more past that. I have dated some. It was interesting getting back into the dating pool, using dating apps, which, hey, Gen X never had to do that, back when we were in our 20s or even in our 30s. It was an adventure for sure. I've gone on great dates. I've gone on horrible dates. I saw someone off and on for a couple of years, but I am currently single and fully believe that it is more healthy to be single, even if I have to be single for the rest of my life, than to be with the wrong person.
Very wise words. And thank you. I mean, you just said so like many nuggets of knowledge, I call them, like so many significant points that we can break down. And like you said, we could podcast for years on some of this stuff,
Yep.
and we should. I'm looking into building that in some of my put it in my portfolio. We'll see
You
when
should
it
do that,
happens.
absolutely.
Gotta add a few more hours in my day somehow, but we'll figure it out. But I would love to
Right.
have you on it. And if you do it, have me and I'll do it with you.
Okay. Yes,
Um,
absolutely.
so now y'all, this is Diet. She's our second guest interview of the Living and Loving Show. Hi, I'm your host, Triple L. We live well, love more, laugh always on this channel. And we are talking about life and love in streaming and in just real life and virtual life. Now, I wanted to just touch on a few things you mentioned. Y'all follow her social media. That was my main thing, because she does do some amazing videos on another platform that I really enjoy. I always get a lot of just fun out of them, but also wisdom. You're very wise. You're a very wise soul, and you're fun. I love your accent. I love listening to you. I love, looking. You're gorgeous. So of course, who doesn't want to look at you, right? But you're just fun, and you're. What was it? It was Heck Week, I think, before teaching, like the prep week before teaching this year, and you were doing you were video vlogging, basically
Yeah.
blogging, right? And those were hilarious and so good, and I loved them. So again, network with Diet and support her social medias. Like, just vibe with her. I promise you'll love it. But things that you mentioned that I wanted to just kind of touch on. I mean, you definitely gave good advice in the healing area. Focusing on self, and I loved what you said. Who am I after this, right? Who am I now, right? Because once we build a life with someone for over 11 years, married 11, but I'm sure there was courtship and dating, and then children and career developments and moves probably. And, you start to combine this, and then all of a sudden it's not together. And who are we? Because we are different. We've evolved, we've changed. So I love that you got in touch with that. And the worth, I can just relate, and I'm sure there's some folks in here now, the 957 people hopping in tonight. Thank you for joining us. After, and I try not to say failed marriage, but to me, it's still hard for me to say it wasn't a failure, for me. And I still am working on that, because I never wanted to be a divorced person. I don't think you did either. Nobody marries like, oh, I want a divorce. Like, this is great. So anyway, I'm still working on that, the worth after that, and knowing that, like you said, I took in so much what you said, and thank you, because I am okay, just me right now. And you are just perfect you right now too. And I think all of us need to hear that more, from ourselves, but from others. So thank you.
You're so welcome.
I did also want to just mention, because you mentioned dating after divorce and separation, and with children, like when we were young and we had a breakup from a boyfriend, even if it was a few years, we could just like go out, go to the gym, get with the girls, but then you have children, and you have this ending of a relationship, and you can't just do all that, right? Because you have, like you said, a career, you have children to maintain for. When things got hard, and probably up in the beginning year, of the divorce, what, your faith, I'm sure, but what else? What was one other thing that you did for you that just kept you going? Like, you knew you were going to get to here right now and be in this great space that you are today. Because it's hard to do.
Yeah, you're right. Faith was definitely a big piece of it. Um, I think that the support that I had from friends and family was the other piece. They were so encouraging and so supportive, always mindful of including me in things, because a lot of times your friends, now this did not happen with me because my ex-husband didn't really have friends. So, but a lot of couples are friends with couples. So that becomes an issue in a lot of divorces. But a lot of my friends have spouses, so they can't just run around and do girls' nights all the time, So their time is limited too, because they have to dedicate time to their spouse so that they don't end up in the same boat as me. But still, just surrounding yourself with people who are going to lift you up and not people who are going to bring you down. And that's true in any point in time in your life as well.
Absolutely. Yes, surrounding yourself with a strong support system. Family, friends, coworkers, stream people, even videos, inspiring videos, or YouTube's, right? Or books. I know you're an avid learner, life learner like me. That's those are awesome things. And what are you looking forward to in 2024? Besides some girl trips and some fun, but and other things coming up in 2024 that you're looking forward to?
Well, that is probably the biggest thing that I'm looking forward to because, and I've shared this with you already, I believe. So some of your viewers may have heard me say this as well. I have a big birthday coming up in about 6 weeks. And my best friends have planned a surprise trip for me. I don't know where we're going. All I know is when we're going and a little bit of information about what I'm supposed to bring. Hopefully, they're going to give me more information before we go so that I'll know exactly what I need to do. But I'm so grateful, not just for the trip, but for good friends who would do something like that for me. It absolutely made my heart swell that they would do that. But so I've got that coming up. I'm looking forward to some things going on with my kids. Actually, my daughter's very into theater, so her musical production will be in the spring, and then by the end of this year, I'm about to have a senior in high school, and so I don't know that I'm looking forward to it, but I'm excited for him, and I'm excited for him to start, applying to colleges and just figuring out who he wants to be. And even though, my journey may be slowing down a little bit, my son and my daughter's journey is just beginning, and I just can't wait to see. I know they're already amazing people, but I just can't wait to see who they really are going to become over the next 10, 20 years.
Agreed. And I think it's important. Like I'm in the similar realm of age as, your children. And I think it's nice because I am definitely, I feel myself slowing down. I'm like, I didn't know it was gonna be like this. But they are getting ready to do the college stuff and the car stuff and the new love stuff and the whatever they create for their future. And it's exciting. It keeps us still connected to the younger years, but we don't have to do it again. I mean, vicariously, right? But not again.
And hopefully we can impart some wisdom to them to help them do things even better than what we did.
Absolutely. I'm excited. Big birthday, big surprise trip, theater productions, on the way to college, one of your littles. Lots of big stuff coming up in 2024. It's awesome. I'm excited. Thank you for being here with us tonight.
You are so welcome.
We are going to do an after vibe if you want to be here. I want you to sing if you would. I'm going to take a quick break. I do wonder if Emoji J is still in the building, if he wants to do our outro. But before you go out of this box, would you just give us one amazing DC nugget before you hop off for now? Something to inspire us as we approach the last day of 2023.
I would say two things, and one has already been said. Something that I always live by, no matter what faith you are or who your God is, love God, love others. That covers just about anything and everything. Mm-hmm. The more we love on people, the fuller our lives are going to be. The second thing is know your worth and believe it, because we are all valuable and no one should settle. Don't settle for a spouse or significant other. Don't settle in your job. Don't settle in any area of your life. Just go out and know your worth and get what you want.
I love it. I'm taking all the notes. This is my homework. I love it. And yes to that. Yes. Yes to 2024. Yes to loving ourselves, loving God, loving others. And yes to knowing our worth owning it and not settling and going to get it. Yes. Thank you so much, DC. My Diet Coke. All right, I'm gonna have you pop out just for a sec, and then I'm gonna shift the music, take a break, and I'll invite you back in if you're up for it. And thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me, and thanks to everyone for being here and for the gifts. Bye.
Bye for now. Savage Cook, are you still in the building? Thank you to my moderators, all the folks in red, y'all. Please tap in with them. Most of them are amazing streamers. They are phenomenal humans. They are people I truly care about and spend time in their journeys here on the apps. They not only support each other, but they support me on and off the app with positive energy.